Pros and cons of Tetris using Pentominoes. Pros. It's easy to make the pieces turn because most of them have a middle point. Cons. It's just the pieces. They suck. Now this video assumes you already know what Pentominoes are. Well, I won't be doing that. So Pentominoes are just the shapes you get by joining 5 squares edge to edge. Similar to Tetraminoes found in Tetris, which are made of 4 squares. I always had a love-hate relationship with Pentominoes because while Tetraminoes are just perfect, Pentominoes are so close yet so far. I mean, what is this? What is it? Tell me what it is. But at the same time, if Tetris is such a neat game, then Pentominoes must be close, right? So, can it be done? Now while there have probably been many people who thought about making Tetris with Pentominoes, we'll be assuming this is the first one, and we also won't be googling this. Now first of all, what is Pentomino Tetris? Basically it's Tetris, but instead of the usual pieces, we just use Pentominoes. Except by using Pentominoes as your pieces, you immediately make Tetris much worse of a game. There are too many pieces to keep track of now, and they're all unintuitive. And you will mess up. And just when you mess up, you'll get a piece like this and stop playing the game altogether. What I want to do is, I want to slightly reimagine Tetris into a game that works with Pentominoes. Basically I have to make Tetris again, which in itself is a lot more annoying than it seems. But I'm gonna have to push a couple random buttons in
Insert Game Engine
and make it kinda sorta fun. First, the basics. So the Tetris board is normally 10 by 20 and the pieces are made up of 4 squares, the widest one being the eyepiece. Naturally, Pentominoes are larger, which calls for a larger board. If a game with pieces made of 4 squares is played on a 10 wide board, proportionally, a game with pieces made of 5 squares would be played on a 12.5 wide board. It's a grid, so we have to round it to 12 or 13. Now 12 is a nice number, so I'm gonna go with 13 because I hate Pentominoes. It's a prime number and it's even considered unlucky sometimes, which is a plus. Unfortunately, it does help with Pentominoes a bit because a wider board makes the game more playable, plus more pieces can be centered this way. I guess you can't make Pentomino Tetris and play it. That's a joke, like a play on Can't Have a Cake and Eat It Too. I figured I should explain it because it's not obvious. Keeping with odd number theme, the height of the board is now 25. Not 26, which would be proportional with the original. We don't want that for some reason. Okay, the height is actually 28. Apparently in some Tetris games the board is bigger than what you can see because the pieces spawn outside and fall into the board instead of spawning inside it. There's actually more to this. Tetris pieces seem to spawn as horizontally as possible. I never knew this before, but it is useful. The spawn area also had to become 3 lines instead of 2 because Pentominoes are larger. I'm actually starting to understand Pentominoes now, a little more at least. Could peace really be achieved though? Nope, not yet. See, the Pentominoes are weird shapes, and because there are so many more pieces than normal Tetris, more often than not, you end up with 2 or 3 pieces that, when joined properly, mess everything up. Like, tell me, is this acceptable? Well, we have a couple tricks. The first is something that, in Tetris, is called the bag system. It basically means that instead of the game giving you a random piece, it creates a randomized list with one of each piece and then gives you the next one from the list. Now while this is just a quality of life feature in Tetris, with Pentominoes this is much more important because there are now 18 pieces. The second addition is the ability to save a piece for later. This is also a feature usually found in Tetris, but here I decided to let the player save 2 pieces instead, and cycle between them. This is great because 1 extra piece is usually not enough in these trying times. There is also this counter now. It fills up as you clear lines. It's similar to the level system in Tetris, where you level up after clearing 10 lines. Except here, when it's full, it deletes a bunch of lines. This is slightly necessary due to the nature of Pentominoes. They fill up the screen quicker than usual. Additionally, I thought of maybe mixing some normal Tetraminoes in with the Pentominoes, though I didn't really want to do this because it makes it not Pentomino Tetris anymore. There are a couple games that already do this as well, like Multimino and Combinos, and it seems to be a nice concept. At this point, I'm actually starting to like Pentominoes. There's something nice about them. They're tough but fair, like Tuco from the 2nd episode of Better Call Saul. One last thing I did, which I should probably be cancelled for, is the flip. It is what you think it is. You can flip the pieces around to get their mirrored version. Now let me explain. In Tetris there are a nice 7 pieces, but there's 18 here, and half of them are mirrored. This simplifies the piece selection and adds a new twist. Turns out though this was a surprisingly bad idea. It somehow requires more thinking and less skill. I left it as an option in the game, but it's not recommended. I also added some small visual stuff, such as an animation for the falling piece. Instead of the squares snapping to where they're supposed to be, they're given a target position and slowly move there. But here is the most surprising part. In Tetris there are a few satisfying moments like placing the eyepiece. With Pentominoes though, the pieces feel a lot more random, but you know what? There are also a lot more satisfying moments like this, or even this. So I decided to do something about this. Depending on how well you make your piece fit, the game lets you know that you did something cool. Because like Alexei said in the movie,
life is hard, and we deserve our small celebrations.
I forgot how much fun this is.
so I guess that's it. You can play Pentas? Really? We're naming it Pentas? Okay, you're on your browser right now for free. Why? What do you mean why? I don't know, just play it I guess. I think it turned out really cool. Hope you like it.